You might see lots of light flickering and hear sounds of Velociraptor Baby Geek. But that's okay. Another year and another video where I talk about all the wonderful changes I'm going to make to Patreon and the channel and blah 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 and how it's going to be so much better than before. Yeah. For real though, a huge struggle of mine is getting these great ideas that are very in the moment and short-sighted, but I'm so drawn into the possibilities that I just dive in head first without really taking the time, care, or forethought to plan out or even consider not doing it, and later realize that it wasn't a bad choice per se, but just not the best idea for my channel and what I do. This leads to a seemingly endless cycle of tiny steps to be better, except they are neither forward nor up, just steps in a jazz square around myself. And if you have no idea what a jazz square is, here you go. Hence why I think my Patreon tiers have changed in some capacity every single year, whether it's just the pictures, the names of the tiers, but especially the rewards. I know, it's a problem. I need to stop doing that. Having a baby, though, has truly forced a priority shift and slowing down. And the latter might be the greatest gift thus far in parenting. I have to slow down in order to focus. Bless you. I have to slow down in order to focus on Baby Geek the way he needs and deserves. Something as simple as his daily naps, which at the moment are completely contact naps, and he refuses to nap any other way because he's stubborn and totally did not get that from either his father or myself, means I have to stop and just sit and enjoy his little presence and existence, which I low-key, high-key adore. The thing is, I still want to make videos and stream. I love doing it. Whether I'm consistent or not, I love the creativity of making videos, the fun of streaming, and the community that has been built over these past several years. But I really need to stop trying to one-up myself and take a hard look at what I can realistically do. And frankly, what people are even truly interested in. And I've learned it's not the tier rewards. I've built this illusion in my head that I need to provide the best of the best, unique and cool perks for people to want to support. I actually feel so guilty about people supporting that I force myself to do these fantastical things that are completely unrealistic for my life. Yeah. Super unrealistic. What was I thinking? But when I look at the exit surveys of people who've had to leave Patreon over the years, most of the time, it's just financial changes. And I feel like that's significant because I always seem to have several perks that are either uninteresting for what I do, or I simply can't or just don't follow through on them. And yet, that's not why people stop. I've talked to a few longtime patrons about this before, and one of them, he put it so well and really shifted my perspective. He basically said the perks are cool and all, but they really are just that. Perks, that he chose the tier he did because that was an amount he could consistently give, and he really did just want to give because he likes what I do and who I am. I finally settled that I have got to stop trying to exceed and run myself thin simply because I feel bad. People join Patreon or YouTube memberships because they want to, and that's very humbling. And there are some who have given a lot over the years, and there is simply no perk that I can offer that would truly be worthy of what they give, what y'all give. I need to just let the generosity be and humble myself quite a bit. With all of that in mind, what have we got this year? Man, these lights just keep flickering. And yes, I've called maintenance on them. Yes, we've tried to fix it ourselves, and it just keeps doing it. First, YouTube memberships are back. I realized that for a lot of people, they'd like to keep it all in just one place. Not to mention, people love having the badges next to their name, which, yeah, that makes sense. And I like the ones I came up with. The second thing is I am simplifying my Patreon tiers. If you can support on Patreon or YouTube membership, fantastic, and God bless you. What I am offering in return is truly everything I can do with a baby and a job. Lastly, what will the tiers look like now? I'm keeping YouTube and Patreon as similar as possible, so here's what's up. Patreon will still have a $1 tier for those who really just want to give in any way they can, and no, this is not a throwaway tier because I support creators at $1 because, again, I like who they are, I like what they do, and I want to give, but that's all I can give. As such, you will always receive recognition for that. Now for both Patreon and memberships. There's the novice tier at $5, which will get recognition and early access to videos. The apprentice tier at $10, in addition to everything else, will get streams after they finish and Discord access. And don't worry, if you previously got Discord access through the $3 tier on Patreon, you are not going to be kicked. And finally, the master tier at $25. Everything else, plus a vocal shout out at the end of all streams and videos. I love the geekdom community. Getting to the point where we know about each other's families, jobs, pets, all while discussing movies, books, and games, and we don't even live anywhere near each other. I mean, that's pretty cool. I know that's not a novel thought. Many people have said this before, but still to live it, considering where I started it several years back, I was gonna say a few, but actually it was several years ago, that's really cool. Heck, there are even a few of us that have discussed the very real possibility of meeting up one day in the future, possibly at Universal Studios in Orlando. So if that becomes a thing, I will let people know who might also want to join, and just see each other like that. Oh, that's so cool. I have dreamed about being able to meet the internet people. I've had some opportunities, but they never quite worked out. So I just love that we're even discussing it, that we're at the point of actually discussing it and it feeling like a real possibility, To anyone who has ever financially supported the channel at any point ever, thank you so much. Bear in mind, your comments on videos, chats in the live streams, and views in general are financial support in some way. So that really counts too. So that's basically everyone. Maybe this will finally be the year that my ideas stick for a while. But anyway, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and yeah, God bless each and every one of you.